Okay, so today in class you took a mixture and brainstormed with your group how to separate the mixture. Now, when you separated that mixture, things that you were looking at and things that you were actually having to separate are what we call matter. Matter is anything with mass and that takes up space. So, um, many of you have heard of the three states of matter. And when we say that matter is anything that has mass and takes up space, that's pretty much everything, right? Because even air, which is considered a gas, even air takes up space. Because if you blow air into a balloon, what does it do? It blows the balloon up, which means it's taking up space. So there are three states of matter. You have solids, you have liquids, and you have gases. A solid, the molecules are very, very close together. If you see here how close those little yellow dots are. And then on a liquid, they get a little bit further apart. So a solid keeps its shape on its own. A liquid has to be put into something to have a shape. If not, it just flows freely. And then a gas, the molecules are very, very far apart and all over the place. And you can put it into a container or to have it take a shape, but it still doesn't really take the shape of that container very well. So, matter is anything that takes up space and has mass, and there are three states of matter: solid, liquids, and gases. So tomorrow you're going to do an activity where you are having to sort matter, because in the landfill, in order to recycle, you're going to have to figure out how to organize it so you can figure out which ones need to be recycled and which ones need to be reused and so forth. So I'm going to show you this short clip to kind of show you how you can classify matter. So these are random things that they have gathered. Okay, so if you look back on this one, I'm not going to replay the whole thing, but they picked size. So the one way that they wanted to classify their matter is by size. So they took all the random things that they had and they classified it by size. So size is definitely a way that you could classify matter. Okay, so the other way that they did it was by shape. So they classified it by size, and then they classified it by shape. And they took those same objects and they were in different piles at that point, correct? If you look back, they weren't classified the same way each time. So what I want you to do tonight is I want you to look at this random assortment of objects, and I want you to make a list of ways that you could sort it, because each one of these have different physical properties, and physical properties are things like size, shape, mass, whether or not it's magnetic. If you look back at your entry document, there's a whole list of physical properties on how you can sort them. So I want you to look at this random assortment. And you don't have to sort it in these ways, like make a list of each object that goes there, but what are some ways you can sort it? So first thing on your list, or the first two things on your list, should probably be size and shape, because those are the answers I gave you. And then I want you to come up with 3 other ways that you could sort these items, because tomorrow your group is going to have to decide how to sort a certain amount of items, and I want you guys to have some practice and discussion with that before you come to class. So again, look at these items that you have. You have a pencil, some hardware, which is like a screw and some bolts and nuts, a rubber ball. This is a popsicle stick and a paper clip and a cork and another rubber ball and a spoon, and this is a stopper, so it's a rubber stopper, and that's another screw, and that looks like it's not a rubber ball, but maybe sort of like the material that our beads are made out of, and this is a poker chip and some Post-its, and that is a golf ball. So if you can kind of figure out some different creative ways you could sort these. And so you need to have the first two will be size and shape, because those are the ones I gave you, and then come up with 3 more ways that you could classify this matter, to sort this matter.